Here's some review on simplifying square roots. So what you want to do is you want to break these down into a point where you have a pair. So 16, we can break that down to 4 times 4. So that is perfect, so it comes out. Or just remember, square root of 16 is 4. There are some that you should know. For example, like square root of 4, that's 2. Square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, square root of 25 is 5, and so forth. Okay, so when they come out, this is perfect. Square root of 4 is just 2, so it just comes out as a 4. Now 28, what we want to do is we want to break that down. So 28 is 4 times 7, and then that breaks down to 2 times 2 times 7. Then we circle the pairs. We have a pair of 2s that comes out to the front. So this becomes 2 square root of 7. So hopefully you can do letter C and D. Now letter E, we have square root of 25 over 9. So what we want to do is we want to break it apart. So square root of 25 over square root of 9. Then square root of 25 we know is just a perfect 5. You can break it down if you want to, but maybe some of you can see it without having to break it down. So we can say square root 5 times 5, 3 times 3. So it comes out perfectly as 5 over 3. Now be careful that you don't put it back in the square root. That is a different answer, okay? So please don't do that. It's square root of 25 is a perfect 5. So letter F is very similar. Now let's look at letter G. So G, let's break it apart. 6 is 2 times 3, and 25 is square root of 5 times 5. So the denominator 5 comes out as perfect, and the numerator 2 times 3, well, there's no pair, so it stays the same. So square root of 6 over 5 times 5, which is 5. So that is that example. Letter I. So let's try this one. Letter I, square root of 25 is 5 times 5, and then square root of 2. So square root of 5 times 5 here, that just comes out as a 5 over square root of 2. Now, if you remember, we have to rationalize the denominator. So we're not allowed to have radicals in the denominator. So to rationalize the denominator, we're going to multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. So in the numerator, we have 5 times square root of 2, so that just stays. Okay? And then the denominator is square root of 2 times 2. We put it under the same square root. So now it's a pair. So we did that so we can get rid of that radical in the denominator. So the final answer is 5 root 2 over 2. So letter J is similar. Now let's look at K. K is actually very similar as well. So actually J, I do want to do J. So that is square root of 2 over square root of 3. So this one, it doesn't break down at all. So what we want to do is we want to multiply by that denominator, square root of 3 over square root of 3. So the numerator becomes 2 times 3 under the square root. So they're both in the square root, so they both go under the square root. Then the denominator is 3 times 3. So 3 times 3, that is a perfect pair. And so this simplifies to square root of 6 over the pair of 3. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out in finishing the rest of these. So you have C, D, F, H, K, and L.